95.9 FM WATD presents Friends with Benefits, exploring relationships, social issues, and life stories. Be a part of the show at 781-837-4900. Friends with Benefits with your host, Brian Stratton.
.9 WATD, Friends with Benefits here on a Wednesday night of April. Spring is here, and we're having a great week. A great week coming up, and we have an all-star roundtable tonight. This is just like as good as it gets. Almost as good as it gets.
Almost as good as it gets.
Jay Gillespie in his normal stuffing of his face.
Normal stuffing of my face, yes.
But you know what? You work so hard all week to diet for this beach body that you're going to obtain.
I don't need a thing all week until I get here.
By June 1st, you will have reached your maximum potential.
June 1st.
The abs will be protruding.
Yep.
But until that time, you'll eat half of this pizza.
Right, exactly. Hey,
Jay Gillespie,
what could
everybody.
be better?
Jay Gillespie, how are you?
Thanks. I'm so excited that I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
The enthusiasm.
Unfortunately, the other two of us don't feel the same way.
No.
Anyways, also we have WATD 95.9 legal analyst, attorney Phil Markella.
Thank you.
I always like that. You watch NECN or Fox TV, they always have a legal analyst.
They do.
Yep.
So
They do.
Phil is our legal analyst.
Outstanding. I've never been called that before.
Well, tonight you'll be analyzing a lot of legalities.
Uh-oh.
Dr. Murray Feingold.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, I'm glad I studied.
You did. And you're always well prepared for the show.
I am. I am indeed.
I appreciate it very so much. We're at Bella's Pizzeria, too, in Halifax on Route 106, which you guys so far have you had any of this food?
I have. I've sampled the chicken parm sub, and I have to say that it is among the best that I've ever had.
Phil, when you've had two subs, that's not sampling. That's indulging and being a glutton.
He wanted to make sure.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
You know, someone had to keep up with Jay.
It's a controlled variable experiment. Come on.
That's right. He wanted to make sure. He wanted to see if they were consistent.
That's right. That's why
So
I'm going to have
after
two
the first
pizzas.
sub, he had another one. Yep.
Yeah.
What is your take on the pizza here at Bella's, too?
This is fantastic. This is so good. I'm going to have several pieces of this, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Unfortunately, you're on the mic now, and the pizza's over there.
That is a problem.
That's
Yeah.
going to be an issue.
Yeah, I think that I could
That's
probably
why we
duck
have
away.
commercial breaks.
That's right.
So anyways, Jay Gillespie, Phil Markella, and
Our legal analyst.
that's right. We have gift certificates to give away tonight to Bella's too. $25 gift certificates if you're out in the listening audience and you'd like to email me at ctamanagement@rocketmail.com. C is in Charlie, T is in Tom, A is in Apple. ctamanagement@rocketmail.com. Put in the subject heading Bella's $25 gift certificate. We'll register you to win that. And we have several of those tonight. And believe me, you will not be disappointed. We're right on Route 106 here.
Delicious pizza.
It's unbelievable.
And
Great
grab
chicken
the
parm
parm
slice
sub.
of that.
This is like old school kind of Italian. It's
Really
like,
is.
Anthony, Prince Spaghetti Day
Yes.
kind of stuff. Which, we all know that. And
We sure do.
how's the beer?
Oh, the beer's outstanding. Thank you.
I was meaning to ask you,
I just
Brian, is this mine or yours? This is mine, right?
I don't drink beer.
Okay,
so-
that's what I thought. That's why I figured it was mine.
That's of course. Also, a couple of gift certificates to give away too. One to Cancun restaurant in Kingston, right off of Exit 9, Cinco de Mayo.
I thought you were going to say we had a gift certificate to Cancun with that pause there.
I
That was a
wish.
Nice gift certificate.
$25 gift certificate to Cancun restaurant Exit 9, right? Best Mexican food on the South Shore, and also
Great margaritas. And they're
Absolutely,
good for
Jay.
you, too. It's like a fruit drink.
May 5th is the big day. We're counting down only 28 more shopping days till Cinco de Mayo.
It's not really a holiday that you shop for, though, Brian.
It isn't? Okay.
No.
Well, it depends on where you
I-
shop.
I wear a sombrero. So all those nice people
Probably
down.
takes 28 days to find one, too.
Also, Grill 58, which is right up the street. We were there a couple weeks ago
Yep.
in Halifax. My friend Dave Hatch and Deb. Route 58, Grill 58, $25 gift certificate right in the subject heading. Put that right in, and you'll win one of these if you submit enough entries.
Yes. Yes.
So anyway-
kind of like me winning the lottery. I'm
hope-
going to win eventually.
You
I will.
You will, ultimately. But listen, I'd like to kind of get to it tonight. We have a lot of things on the table. That's why I have my all-star team in here. But We have our friend Joanna Leigh here from Boston, who here we are approaching the 1-year anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombings, which I know the last week we've been very focused on the firefighters, and today there was a police officer, I believe.
Yes, there was, down in Plymouth.
Yeah, what happened with that fellow? Do you remember? Did you see?
Well, all I really know is what I heard listening to WATD's breaking news.
Okay.
And Larry Nelson, a police officer from Plymouth, off duty at the time, apparently. Oh, he was on duty. I apologize. He was on duty, and he lost control of his motorcycle, fell over, and unfortunately passed away as a result of his injuries.
Right, and that's just in today's news.
That's just today.
And then last week, of course, the firefighters, the 2 fallen firefighters, who lost their lives in Call of Duty.
Yep.
So it's been.
We can't forget the drive-by shooting in
of course.
Route 3 in Duxbury.
How many
Right. What was that all about?
Well, it's a mecca of rappers.
Yeah. I didn't know there were any rappers in Duxbury.
Well, there are now.
There are now.
They found them. And they're in limos, and they're in hearses, hearses and limos.
Hearses and Bentleys.
That could be a rap song, Hearses and Limos.
Yeah. Maybe. Get going.
Yeah.
But anyways,
short on my rhymes.
On a very serious note, we have Joanna Leigh here, who was a victim last year in April of the bombings. Hi, Joanna. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you so much.
We'd like to, we'll turn your mic up just a little bit, Larry, if you don't mind. This is the red cord, I believe. Joanna, can you tell us a little bit about what happened to you on that tragic day back last April in 2013?
Of course. First, I just want to say that I want to acknowledge the firefighters and the officers, and of course, with anybody, any loss ever, it is such a huge tragedy. And as with the marathon bombing.
It's right up there. It is in the forefront of all our minds.
It is
sure.
in the forefront. All of these tragedies, we all feel them so deeply.
Sure. And now we're talking about what happened. How far were you that day from the actual bombing? Were you feet, yards? How far?
Well, there were two bombs that went off that day, and I saw the first one, and I wanted to go help.
Okay.
So I started running towards it, and I ended up getting hit by the second. Who knew there was a second bomb?
Right, of course. And ultimately, do you have any idea how close you were to this bomb? Is there an approximation of that?
10 to 15 feet.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So, really, that day has completely changed your life mentally and physically.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, you went from, your past life, which I see, are you a doctor of some sort, or doctorate in something?
I had have a doctorate in international development, and I had a master's in psychology. I had started a non-profit in East Africa.
What's the name of that? Is there a website?
Yes.
Okay, let's plug that while we're here.
www.moyo, M-O-Y-O, international.org.
And what is that all about?
I had developed a model of poverty reduction, and we helped tens of thousands of East Africans.
Congratulations. That's
families.
That's no easy task, of course. So is that since your injury? I mean, this injury is basically, let's talk about this. This has limited you. Let's start with your vision and your hearing, and we'll just go from there. Okay.
I have what's called neuroblindness.
Okay.
It means that the my brain is causing my eyes to not see.
Right. It's a brain. It's well, people see.
Can we take a quick step back? So you were about 10 to 15 feet from the second bomb, correct?
Yes.
The bomb went up, so you didn't get hit by any of the shrapnel or anything. It was the concussion of the bomb.
What I did, my skin was damaged.
Okay.
And I blacked out and was thrown back.
Okay.
I did hit. It was both the shock wave and concussive force, but also I hit my head when I landed.
Okay. So you were knocked unconscious.
Yes.
And you were diagnosed at the time with
Severe traumatic brain injury.
So TBI.
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 Okay.
So, long story short, this happened. At the time. Now, is there any? I know you've gone in front of the One Fund people for support.
Yeah.
And they had issues with certain procedural things, like you didn't go to the emergency room right away.
Right.
Right. But you did eventually go to the doctor very soon.
Of course.
Right after that. So the long and short of it is that seemed to be one of the mistakes you might have made.
I don't consider it a mistake.
Okay.
I thought at the time I was not obviously not thinking clearly.
Well, you were in shock.
Well,
right.
Yeah. I had a severe concussion, but also I had known how to do disaster and response medicine and how to do these procedures. So
sure.
It never occurred to me that since I wasn't immediately blacked out, and since I wasn't immediately in danger of death or losing a limb,
right,
that I should. There might have been thousands of people that were in that
absolutely
critical condition.
Right. So ultimately, you're thinking that you're just basically taking up space in the emergency room for people who might need to have their limbs sewed back on for any kind of major situation.
Yeah, you don't. It's not what you do. So I can't say that I think I made a mistake.
But at the end of the day, I guess going in front of them, they termed it as, that would give them the ultimate proof that you were in ultimate need of this assistance.
Yes,
but they're wrong, of course, because us viewing you and seeing your journey over the last year, it's been as bad as anybody's.
Well, they're not doctors.
Right. So maybe we could fast forward. So you had hearing loss.
Yes.
50%?
Over 50%. It's permanent.
Okay. You had brain damage, which affects your eyesight.
Was the hearing loss the result of the explosion?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you also have a ringing in your ears 24/7.
More than ringing. I hear music. I hear.
Oh wow.
I hear other tones, high pitched tones. I hear two types of music. I hear waves.
Wow.
Waves like waves crashing on the beach?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's almost like a transmitter signal.
Right.
Wow.
Well, it's interesting, too, because one of the things that occurs with a head injury like that is that you are in some inadvertent denial, too, that an injury has actually occurred. So, it's actually quite normal to think that you wouldn't need to go to the emergency room.
I didn't even know what that day. I was so disassociated.
Right.
Disoriented, sure.
I just didn't. I felt like it was happening in a dream.
Sure. So we have successive weeks of hospital visits. You obviously know that there's something major major wrong with your person.
I haven't stopped going to the doctors yet. It's almost every day.
And your improvement has been minimal.
Minimal.
Okay.
I've gone downhill, actually.
Let's fast forward to you making a step to try to get some assistance from the One Fund. Because ultimately that's, I think everybody and all the listeners out in listener land, we all felt that the One Fund, with all the money that was donated to them and all the benefits, were taking care of all the victims. But that's not exactly the case.
No, I had thought that as well. I thought, oh my God, this is an amazing thing. There's this fund. They'll help. Once I found out I was blind in one eye and the other was really bad, and I found out the brain injury, and I was unable to think and was getting lost in my own neighborhood, and then I started having balance problems and the inability to walk more than 25 feet, and I couldn't stand in my shower anymore, and it just, the pain in my head would get worse, and they told me my eyes would never get better because of it was from my brain. It just, and I started having scans, and the best experts in the world diagnosed me, and then more cognitive tests over the year, and it just never got better. And I kept thinking that's okay. There's a fund.
Well, we're speaking with Joanna, Leigh, and I'm Brian Stratton, Jay Gillespie, and attorney Phil Markella on the round table tonight. So ultimately, when you went in front of the One Fund and you had your day in front of them, there's 3 different levels of support they give a victim. Is that correct?
No.
Or 4. So why don't you have you memorized what the 4 levels they give?
No, I don't have a memory anymore.
Okay. So if you don't, what level did you get?
There's there's A, B, C, and D.
And you got the D?
Yes.
You got the D, which basically amounted to nothing, or very little.
It's $8,000, the same as I'm an outpatient, the same as somebody who sprained their ankle from running away.
Okay.
So you go to the One Fund, and you sit in front of, what's that gentleman's name you sat in front of?
Ken Feinberg.
Ken Feinberg. Okay. Now, Ken Feinberg, this is the same gentleman, if I'm correct. He's the one who handled the 9/11 fund. Am I right?
Indeed.
Okay. So here's Ken Feinberg.
Well, he's a guru of this whole.
Yeah, he does all these.
This is his job.
Right.
I'm not sure I would classify him as a guru.
Well,
Okay.
You understand.
So
what
here
I mean.
you are. You're sitting in front of Ken Feinstein. Okay, and he's probably doing what I'm doing right now, eating my sandwich, doing 15 things at the same time.
Texting.
And you're sitting there. You got
texting definitely.
Was he texting?
He was texting.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're in front of him pleading your point.
Yes.
And you have your records.
Crying.
You have your records from the hospital. You have your records from your treating physicians.
Yes.
That show all of your ailments, your TBI.
Yes.
Your neurological blindness. I'm not saying that correctly. I understand.
It's okay. We get it.
Your partial deafness.
Yes.
Your balance issues.
Yes.
Your memory loss.
Mobility issues.
Mobility issues.
Yes.
And all of this is documented.
Yes.
So of course, this guy Feinberg, okay, who handled the 9/11 fund, he's going to look at all this stuff. He's going to say, "Gee, let's give this girl some help from the One Fund." I take it that didn't really go down that way, did it?
No. No, boy, that's yeah, right. May I
Please.
actually?
Please.
Dig in.
Okay. Well, was not alone in that room with him. So I have witnesses to this. What actually happened was this. Mr. Feinberg spent the entire time texting on his phone, and occasionally looking up to say, what was your name again? What? Where were you? Oh, okay. Well. Here's the thing. We weren't going to give you anything, and you know, you look fine.
You look fine.
You look fine, but you know.
And you're there with the records, with the actual medical records.
And he refused to even acknowledge my name. You look fine, so just take a nice vacation. That'll fix you.
Take a nice vacation.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry, go on.
Yeah. So when I started crying and told him that with all due respect, I was not fine, he tossed a box of tissues at me.
So can listen, being the logical and realistic thinker I am here, do you think that in his mind that some of your injuries he thought might have been from something else beside this? Do you think that's what he was thinking? And maybe you were trying to put something over on him?
Well, it would have been helpful if he actually had read a piece of my medical records.
Okay.
Or just opened the packet.
So he didn't even take the time to look at the records that you had?
No, and the One Fund has steadfastly refused to review any of.
There's no appeal process? No appeal process at all?
No, they are refusing to read my medical documentation, and I am. I don't know what to do about that. They seem to think that it's all in my head, which, if they're thinking the physical injury is in my head, they're correct.
It's like I have neurosis kind of thing.
Yeah, I have permanent brain damage.
Sure.
I have vision loss. I have hearing loss. Yeah, it's in my head all right. But
well, not only that is let's talk about your sleep. You sleep a lot. You sleep half the day, at least.
I do.
And that's something that before this injury was not part of your life. What did you probably sleep 6 hours a night if you're lucky?
No. I always slept about 7, 8.
Okay, but now it's increased by 50% anyway.
Now I sleep about 14.
Wow.
So I mean, you know, like I said, I'm sure this individual from the One Fund, what's his name? Ken
Feinberg.
This new guy though is Jim Gallagher.
So they've replaced.
Yep, Gallagher was on an ECN.
Okay.
Last night, and basically said that he believes traumatic brain injury is a controversial diagnosis, and he is not going to review medical records. He is putting all people with traumatic brain injury.
How many are there? You're not the only one, I trust. I mean,
No.
I can imagine you're the only one from this incident that is being denied.
Phil, if I
benefits.
don't mind interjecting, I've seen it in the Globe, heard it on the radio. There's dozens and dozens of cases I've heard, probably hundreds, but I've heard dozens of cases of people in Joanne's situation.
Yes.
Where they have basically undervalued or underestimated what's going on with them physically. And,
Yes.
and there's people trying to elicit a appeal process. It's not going to happen, I don't think.
They are refusing. They don't want to read medical records. They don't want to. even and to specifically say that traumatic brain injury is it is controversial is the most moronic thing I've ever heard.
Do you think that they're afraid of people coming out of the woodwork fraudulently? Is that what they're really afraid of?
Well, why not just read a, if they just got a medical diagnosis, then maybe these people wouldn't be frauds.
It seems like they would err on the side of caution anyway. I mean, the brain is clearly an important part of the body.
I mean, if they wouldn't have been defrauded in the first place if they had read medical records.
Correct.
Well, let's. I've got to go to commercial break here, so we'll get back to Joanna, Leigh, in a few seconds. Before we go to commercial break, Joanna, what's your Facebook page? Because we're starting a fund to kind of help you with the tens of thousands of dollars. GoFundMe, is it GoFundMe.com?
It's the HTTP www.gofundme.com/Joanna Leigh Boston Hero.
Okay, so what we'll do, and plus you can email me at ctamanagement@rocketmail.com, and I can forward any listener who's interested the information that you're giving us.
Thank you.
No problem. But we're going to keep you on this, but we're going to go off to commercial break. You're listening to 95.9 WATD FM, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, everybody. This is Graham Nash from the Hollies and from Crosby, Stills & Nash and Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, of course. Right now, you're listening to me on my friend Brian Stratton's show. It's on WATD 95.9. Keep listening.
The law office of Philip M. Markella is a full-service law firm with a focus on family and divorce law. When your marriage dissolves, Phil's office will help you navigate those often rough waters. They'll represent your interests with respect and compassion. The law office of Philip M. Markella also assists with estate planning, real estate transactions, and adoptions. Get in touch with the law office of Philip M. Markella, 19 Depot Street, Duxbury. Their telephone number, 781-934-7977, 781-934-7977, and on the web at markellalaw.com. That's MARKELLA law.com.
Hi, I'm Chris Kelly, owner of Duxbury Motorworks, a family business where we put the human touch into everything we do, with friendly, honest service at the best prices. We explain and prioritize what should be done now and what can wait, keeping you involved by bringing you into the shop to answer your questions or emailing you pictures of needed repairs. Our comfortable waiting area has free Wi-Fi, TV, coffee, and Kids Unplugged. That's our play area for children and adults where quality time spent together may just have your kids asking when they can come back. At Duxbury Motorworks, we provide the best warranty of 3 years, 36,000 miles on new parts we install. And we'll meet or beat any written estimate on tires or repairs. Great customer service is Duxbury Motorworks. Call 781-452-7471. Stop by 1474 Tremont Street at the corner of Route 139 and 3A, or visit DuxburyMotorworks.com to make your appointment. We still offer a basic oil change and tire rotation with multi-point inspection for $14.95. Duxbury Motorworks, we are the dealer alternative.
Experience the Atlantis Sports Club difference. Atlantis Sports Club and Spas are located throughout Massachusetts, including locations in Braintree, Holbrook, and Hyannis, featuring state-of-the-art cardiovascular and strength training equipment, plus indoor and outdoor pools and full-service spas. Atlantis offers something for everyone. How about Zumba, spinning, and strength training classes, swim lessons for the kids, or a luxurious spa treatment? Your Atlantis membership allows access to all locations. Atlantis Braintree, located off the highway across from the South Shore Plaza, features beautiful indoor and outdoor pools. You'll find the newest Holbrook location next to Stop and Shop with plenty of parking and a spacious floor plan. Take a mini vacation at Atlantis Sports Club and Spa in Hyannis. Play golf, then relax by the resort-style pool. End the day with a relaxing treatment at the spa at Atlantis. Mention this ad and receive 20% off any spa treatment. Experience the Atlantis difference today. Visit AtlantisSportsClubs.com and book your tour today. Finna's Tavern in Kingston is the best casual American dining restaurant on the South Shore with great food at affordable prices. Finna's Tavern is a family-friendly atmosphere with something for everyone. Watch a game on one of the 14 HD TVs. And with dartboards in the lounge and bands playing every Friday and Saturday night, Finna's Tavern is the new premier spot for great food and great entertainment. Make a trip down to Finna's Tavern at the corner of Routes 27 and 106 in Kingston, or visit finnas-tavern.com. That's finnas-tavern.com.
FitWorks 90 Days to a New You program is not just about losing weight. It's going up a flight of stairs without getting winded, lowering your cholesterol, and reducing the risk of heart attacks and diabetes. I'm Rick from FitWorks in Stop and Shop Plaza in Pembroke. FitWorks isn't just another gym, it's a full health program. As a member, every time you visit FitWorks, you'll receive the guidance of one of our personal trainers. I hear great things about FitWorks all the time.
I've been doing the 90 Days to a New You program for 2 weeks, and I've already lost 10 pounds.
FitWorks is a preferred referral program of South Shore Hospital for the treatment of diabetes and cardiac care. But don't take my word for it. Go to fitworks.co and click on the free trial tab. Enter WATD in the comments section and you'll get $100 off the enrollment fee when you choose to enroll in our 90 Days to a New You program. Stop in and say hello or visit us online at fitworx.co.
East Bay Grill is an elegant family restaurant conveniently located on the historic Plymouth waterfront. Enjoy East Bay Grill's expansive menu and wine list. East Bay Grill also caters to your wedding and function needs. Live entertainment Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights starting at 9. The East Bay Grill on the Plymouth waterfront, 508-746-9751, and online at eastbaygrill.com.
Ships to shore and guts to glory. Where did it all go when we grew to a place that we just knew as home? It is the bond we have between us. We take our fight to the arenas.
95.9 WATD here at Bella's 2 in Halifax on Route 106, the best Italian cuisine in this area, just amazing stuff. That you just heard Boston Strong, a new release by Charlie Farron, a veteran musician, been around for decades.
Good old Charlie Farron.
Yes, he has. They just played the other night.
They did.
Fahrenheit.
My good friend Joe Clapp was part of that recording process. He's out of Hanover, Ultrasound Productions, and also Amanda Carr sang backups and wrote the song.
Oh, very good.
She's local. And
Yeah, she is.
also John Finn, who's a veteran guitar player at Berkeley and a professor. And so this was a collaborative effort, Boston Strong. They're trying to donate this anthem to the city of Boston to become the, just a signature song.
Right.
They want to replace Dirty Water, I guess. But so we're back.
What if it happened to Roadrunner?
No, I don't know. Well, listen, we're back to Joanna Leigh here, who's here with us on the round table tonight. We have Brian Stratton, Jay Gillespie, and attorney Phil Markella. Phil, you have a couple of questions.
Well, it's just,
thoughts.
the whole Boston Strong thing, it was such a rally call. I mean, it was just, it was a year ago.
Yeah, it's like leaving no one behind.
Right.
You know what? All for
Everyone
one,
remembers
one for all.
Ortiz, this is our bleeping town.
Right.
And, it was a real good, feel-good moment despite the tragedy that took place.
Sure.
The whole city rallied together, and it was wonderful.
But you have questions about...
Well, I do. See, this, because apparently this is the dirty little secret of the One Fund.
Yes.
Okay? They are not compensating victims, legitimate victims of the tragedy. And it's
It's a travesty.
It is a travesty.
It's beyond disappointing because that's what their job is to do.
I think what
That's what they're
everyone
here
needs
to
to do is, email or call the Attorney General's office. They are the ones that oversee this whole thing. I mean, that's the regulatory body. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Martha, who's the boss there? Martha Coakley? Isn't she running for governor?
I believe so.
Her and about 8 different other
Wouldn't that
entities.
be funny if this all of a sudden came up on her campaign trail? What are you doing?
Well, this is one of the things, and Joanne can elaborate too on this. Though there are dozens and hundreds of victims that have not been duly compensated for this and classified, it still doesn't seem like it's out there enough. You agree?
It's not out there enough. I have really tried to do my part because that's what I do.
Were you interviewed by newspapers?
I have been, and
when were these articles run?
They haven't been.
They haven't been run.
I have tried to speak out on behalf of the people who have not been acknowledged. I have said what Ken Feinberg said to me. I have spoken out about the lack of the Mass Bar Association has petitioned the One Fund for transparency, has asked for an appeals process.
And how's that been reacted to?
Nobody.
It's just been ignored almost.
It has.
There's no statements, no nothing.
No.
Well, maybe through your website. I mean, do you have a Facebook page too, or is it just a website?
I have a Facebook page, but it's not. It's just my personal page.
Mm-hmm. But we urge people to go to the GoFundMe page,
Yes.
which once again,
I do tell the story of what has happened.
Sure, and as I see it, you need to have some hormone therapy.
I do. My thyroid got blown. My pituitary got blown.
And you've lost weight.
A lot.
You've lost a lot of weight.
But hey, you know what? You look good.
I look fine. I should just take a nice vacation,
yes.
Right?
Right.
That'll
to Cancun.
fix me.
Right. You got $25?
Yeah. Do I have a voucher to go to Cancun?
Give you a gift certificate to Cancun.
So we need to. We urge our listeners to go to GoFundMe / Joanna Leigh dash. What is it?
Yeah, GoFundMe.com / Joanna Leigh - Boston Hero.
Okay, Joanna Leigh is spelled JOANNA LEIGH.
Yes.
Okay, and if you have any more questions or would like to participate and you're driving in the car, go to CTA Management. That's our regular email for the show, ctamanagement@rocketmail.com. We will forward any information to Joanna, and we'll keep everybody in touch. We'd like to thank you for being on the show tonight, Joanna.
Thank you so much, and do look up that Boston Strong song. I love it. I don't want to believe that this city is Boston wrong. I believe they meant to be Boston strong. It just didn't happen through the one fund.
Let's not a couple of corporate types ruin the whole feel of this, because that's all it is basically.
It is. The city is what the city is, and they are amazing.
And people who
you're absolutely correct.
Right.
The city cares.
And it's the people who make up the city, really.
Yeah. Those are the ones that made up the funds for this. They paid blindly. They played blindly to a corporate entity that is kind of misscrewed.
Exactly. This city and this country donated beautifully, and I'm so grateful, and that's why I'm so upset at what the One Fund did with the generosity of these amazing people.
Right.
Absolutely.
Donations.
The bureaucracy is ridiculous, because if those funds are there, it's just so sad to think that something like the One Fund is actually propagandized, where people are walking around thinking that people are being taken care of when they're clearly not.
I want to say thank you so much, all of you, and to everybody out there for hearing me out.
Well, thanks for coming on the show.
You're a very brave woman, and this story needs to be told. I'm glad you are telling it.
And you came a long way, so thanks so much, and we'll continue this all through April, and we'll just continuously get your story out there.
Thank you. And stay strong, Boston. Good luck this year.
And keep listening to Boston Strong with Charlie Farron. We're going to get Tony up here, the owner of Bella's too, because we want to talk to him about his great food. Joanna, why don't you enjoy some of that?
I will.
Hey, Tony. Go. So we'll get Tony up here. You're listening to 95.9 WATD, Friends with Benefits. Once again, we have Jay Gillespie on the round table and attorney Phil Markella. I'm Brian Stratton. And we have the great owner of Bella's 2 Pizzeria in Halifax, Route 106, where we are tonight. How you doing, Tony?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good. We just get you closer to that mic. You got to get right on the mic, please.
Not a problem.
Okay, great. So, Tony, tell us a little bit about Bella's, because we've enjoyed some of the best pizza, grilled chicken salads, chicken parm, you name it. You've supplied
Chicken parm.
Chicken parm, that's good stuff. That's
It sure
one
is.
of our top sellers here at Bella's.
And I can vouch. It should be.
And I can say that we haven't eaten pizza. We are currently eating pizza right now.
Yes.
That's great.
Well, I think inhaling in your sense.
Inhaling, yes.
So here you are. This is 319 Plymouth Street.
319 Plymouth Street in Halifax, Mass. We're located right next to Walmart and right in front of Super Stop and Shop.
And the good news is you have a beer and wine license.
Yes, we do.
So it's not just about the food. There's something to drink along with the food.
Absolutely.
And so how long has this been here for? How long?
We've been here. We're going on our 7th year now, Brian.
Okay, so you've been here for a while.
Yes.
And it just it seems like things get better and better, as you're here. And this is our first. WATD has been here before.
Absolutely. They were here back about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Okay, we had you guys here broadcasting live when we first opened up this new section here.
Right, and we plan to be here, regularly now, because the food is just amazing, and the staff's amazing, and the location's great on Route 106.
Yes, we're right in the main drag here. Yeah, we're very convenient. The food that we make here, all the recipes that are provided here are from my mom. My mom is straight from Italy, and
Where is she, by the way?
My mom, she should be here. I don't know where she is.
Tell you what, why don't you say something in Italian to her, because she's probably listening on the radio, and she'll understand it.
Ma, dove sei? Perché non sei qua?
Yeah, and you know what? I second that, Mom.
Yep.
Absolutely.
My mom is actually, your chicken parm that you're eating there is my mom's homemade recipe that I eat at home that I grew up on. All the lasagnas, our stuffed shells, our meatballs, everything you're eating here is my mom.
It's amazing. And it tastes homemade.
It does taste homemade. It really does.
It's real authentic.
Inspiring.
It's very, very
You can taste that basil, that olive oil, the spices. It's just all there for you.
That's the only way to cook food.
Well, it's funny. Phil was so convinced at the first sandwich he had, he decided to have he had amnesia, or he just wanted to make sure you were consistent.
No, we had to test the consistency.
Yeah.
Of
Well,
your
there's
sandwiches.
nothing wrong with testing consistency.
All right. Well, you do.
And I'll tell you, I broke off of my perfect food diet. I've been on 2 weeks of just basically no carbs, no anything bad.
I know, but Brian, that surprised
This
me.
is what happened.
Because I know
Did you see how quickly I downed that?
Absolutely, because I know you have a gluten allergy problem too.
And I still
that's
ate the
great,
gluten.
And you still ate the gluten. That's
ate
great.
Good for you, Brian.
That's
I
great.
hold my nose and eat the gluten because
There
I
you
said
go.
before I die, this is.
You
I
are
ordered
gonna have that
extra
chicken parm.
gluten.
That was chicken
I got
palm
a
before I
double
did it.
gluten pizza for me.
That's right.
There you go.
I'll take you out gluten.
So moving forward here with Bella's, you talked about maybe some possible expansion or
Yeah, we're actually we're in the process of possibly doing a fine dining Italian restaurant here.
Wow. Okay. So would that increase the menu, or how would that go?
Well, what it's going to do is we're applying for a full liquor license, and we're also going to increase different Italian meals on our menu for our customers here.
That
Well,
is
you
great.
have to have sambuca. If you
Oh, absolutely.
Italian.
Cappuccino and sambuca.
We have
Black sambuca.
we have
Espresso.
Tony here from Bella's too. We have a friend here that I'm going to give you the mic to and the headphones to.
I do. My
mind.
friend Rich Venner from Venner Construction and Design is here also, and
Can we sit him down? Is that all right?
Absolutely. We're
Put
going to
him-
sit him right down.
Put the headphones on, Richard.
You
How
got
are
it.
you?
Nice to see you, Brian.
Great to see you. Let's get the mic on you,
There you go.
because I think you're going to do some of the work to this place when it's when the time comes.
I hope to.
So, how long have you been in business for with your great construction company? You're Norwell based?
We're based in Norwell on 340 Washington Street. We're going to have a little office over there. We're opening that up shortly.
Okay. What's the website? Is there a website for you?
All that's coming together. We're
Okay.
working on the website now. We've incorporated the business and been working in South Shore, I think, since 1994.
Okay, great. Wow, so you have plenty of experience.
A little bit.
Yeah. What do you do primarily? What is your forte right now, or do you just?
Residential remodeling.
Okay, remodeling. Yep.
Yep.
And that's basically what's going to happen here.
Well, we're going to do a remodel for Tony. It is maybe at his place down in Middleborough.
Yep.
And
There's another one.
Oh yeah, we're going to give him plenty of work. I got
Wow.
business, so.
and
I have a
Tony,
lot of customers too that I sent to him too.
That's you know what, and I'm sure tonight
Tony-
doesn't hurt either.
Tony and I have known each other for a while.
For a long
He's a good guy to know. This Tony guy.
Braintree
Bella's here. Route 106. Now, what's the name of your company again, Richard?
The company's name is Richard Venner Design and Construction, and we're my wife and I, Brandy, who I work for.
Yep, of course you work for her. What guy doesn't?
I do the I run
learned that.
the guys, and I do the design work, and she does the marketing and the operations of the business.
And she's the looks of the operation.
She pretty much is.
I
Yep.
got you. Well, Richard, thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you, Brian.
We're going
Nice
to
to
jump
meet
off
you.
the commercial break. We're listening to 95.9 WATD, Friends with Benefits. We'll be right back after this message.
Hi, this is Darryl Hall, and you're listening to my friend Brian Stratton on 95.9 WATD.
Why pay too much for insurance? Instead, call the Good Ale Company for a free personalized insurance estimate. A family-owned and operated insurance company for over 50 years, they were just awarded the best insurance agency on the South Shore in the Wicked Local Readers' Choice Awards. The Good Ale Company is committed to offering high-value, low-cost insurance personalized to meet your needs. Call the Good Ale Company at 781-383-0787 and ask for Craig Martin. Located on 3A in Cohasset, the Good Ale Company works hard to find you the highest quality insurance at the lowest price possible while providing customer service with a personal touch.
Experience the Atlantis Sports Club difference. Atlantis Sports Club and Spas are located throughout Massachusetts, including locations in Braintree, Holbrook, and Hyannis, featuring state-of-the-art cardiovascular and strength training equipment, plus indoor and outdoor pools and full-service spas. Atlantis offers something for everyone. How about Zumba, spinning, and strength training classes, swim lessons for the kids, or a luxurious spa treatment? Your Atlantis membership allows access to all locations. Atlantis Braintree, located off the highway Highway across from the South Shore Plaza features beautiful indoor and outdoor pools. You'll find the newest Holbrook location next to Stop and Shop with plenty of parking and a spacious floor plan. Take a mini vacation at Atlantis Sports Club and Spa in Hyannis. Play golf, then relaxed by the resort-style pool. End the day with a relaxing treatment at the spa at Atlantis. Mention this ad and receive 20% off any spa treatment. Experience the Atlantis difference today. Visit AtlantisSportsClubs.com and book your tour today.
Hi, I'm Chris Kelly, owner of Duxbury Motorworks, a family business where we put the human touch into everything we do, with friendly, honest service at the best prices. We explain and prioritize what should be done now and what can wait, keeping you involved by bringing you into the shop to answer your questions or emailing you pictures of needed repairs. Our comfortable waiting area has free Wi-Fi, TV, coffee, and Kids Unplugged. That's our play area for children and adults where quality time spent together may just have your kids asking when they can come back. At Duxbury Motorworks, we provide the best warranty of 3 years, 36,000 miles on new parts we install. And we'll meet or beat any written estimate on tires or repairs. Great customer service is Duxbury Motorworks. Call 781-452-7471. Stop by 1474 Tremont Street at the corner of Route 139 and 3A, or visit DuxburyMotorworks.com to make your appointment. We still offer a basic oil change and tire rotation with multi-point inspection for $14.95. Duxbury Motorworks, we are the dealer alternative.
The law office of Philip M. Markella is a full-service law firm with a focus on family and divorce law. When your marriage dissolves, Phil's office will help you navigate those often rough waters. They'll represent your interests with respect and compassion. The law office of Philip M. Markella also assists with estate planning, real estate transactions, and adoptions. Get in touch with the law office of Philip M. Markella, 19 Depot Street, Duxbury. Their telephone number, 781-934-7977, 781-934-7977, and on the web at markellalaw.com. That's MARKELLA law.com.
Hey, it's Brian Stratton, and I'd like to talk to you about Mamma Mia's restaurant. With 5 convenient locations around the South Shore, you don't have to drive far to enjoy delicious Italian cuisine, just the way you like it. Whether you're in Carver, Plymouth, Hanover, Kingston, or the new location in Green Harbor, Mamma Mia's is something to please any palate. Catering, gift cards, and takeout are available 7 days a week. Contact Mamma Mia's online at mamamias.net. That's mamamias.net. .95.9 WATD, Friends with Benefits here at Bella's 2 Pizzeria, right on Route 106, 319 Plymouth Street in Halifax, Mass. We have Jay Gillespie and Phil Markella, attorney Phil Markella.
Legal analyst.
Don't forget that.
It's the 95.9 WATD FM legal analyst. And Tony, the owner of Bella's.
I feel bad. I don't have a title.
You don't have a title. Jay.
How about Master and Commander?
How about Human Being?
No, I like the Master and Commander because he looks like a Master and Commander
Master
kind
and
of guy.
Commander. I don't know
He's
if
a
that goes
master,
with
all right.
I don't know if that goes with the humorous side of me. I don't. It sounds very serious.
Well, that's the joke.
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay, it's good.
Yeah. So anyways, we're kind of up against the clock. I wanted to actually, at the end of the show, but I wasn't able to talk about the reemergence of Jerry Remy in the behind the big screen there, or the small screen.
Speaking of Martha Coakley.
Jerry has to go.
So
I think if I was the Red Sox,
am I the only one that says I think he's fine?
I prefer Eckersley personally.
Yeah, I bet you would.
But you know what? As this gathers up steam, I mean, particularly after that article a couple days ago, that Sunday,
right?
You know
what happened Sunday?
Well, there was two Sundays ago. There was a huge article in the Boston Globe about the whole Jared Remy saga.
Did you read it?
Front page news.
Yeah.
Front page news.
What did it have to say? Can you summarize it for us?
Yeah, it was just basically was said how over basically a 17-year period he just ran roughshod over the legal system and women and everybody. And he was just a menace to society.
Enabled by his parents.
Well, if I can say something, I don't think that Jerry Remy ever thought it would ever come to this.
Oh, of course.
Who does?
So
yeah, I don't think he did either.
No, so my contention is, he is a great broadcaster. There's no question about it.
I love Jerry. No question. No.
So I'm wondering, and a lot of people think it's probably split down the middle. They think he should be, but I don't believe that.
Hey, look, Jerry Remy. It did not make the decisions the judges made, though, along the way.
No,
That's one
he
of the,
didn't. But you know what?
Right.
If I was the Boston Red Sox and I had a say in what went on, or Nesson, and I had a say in what went on in that broadcast booth, because this is going to be going to trial in October.
And you
At least
really
that's
wanted-
when it's scheduled for. No. In June and July,
Well, then you put Eckersley in.
Bring in the relief.
He'll close. He'll relieve.
Right, and extra the cheese.
But you know,
there's
not going to be radio silence about this trial leading up. About this case leading up to the trial.
And the Red
We
Sox
should be
don't
worried
need this
about,
circulating
No,
around,
they should be worried about trading deadlines, and they should be worried about pennant races, and everyone's going to be talking about that kid.
No, he's going to go on vacation in September, most likely. I would assume, or something will happen.
I think you're right. Yeah, I
Just
think Brian,
separate
I think he
yourself
will
from
end
it
up
now.
kind of like falling off the face of the earth
Yeah,
for
take
a little
a leave
while.
of absence at the very end, like he did last year.
Right.
But I mean, I don't see how this should affect his broadcasting life right now.
He's had a
What
good
his
run.
son did. I'll tell you, if my son did something, I certainly wouldn't want it to affect my life, because
No,
I've
but you know what?
believe me, and I've enabled these guys at times.
yeah.
Not like he has. But
I heard about
Your
you.
middle name is Enable.
So long and short of it is, this is a big topic around Boston. What do you think, Tony? What do you?
Well, I think that he's been a great broadcaster, for several years, and I'm going to have to go with he shouldn't be penalized for something that his kid did.
Right. I'm totally agree with that.
and
So we
a lot
got
of people.
Is this split right here? What do you think, Jay?
Here's the deal, though, with Jerry Remy is that he was going through. He had the lung cancer situation. He was going through depression, where he was out of the box for a while.
Yes.
He was already going through some tough issues that were leading to all kinds of detrimental health issues. And I just think that he's had a good run. It's probably time to say that's it.
And Phil, we know what Phil
time
thinks.
to go.
If I were the Red Sox or Nesson, whoever's in
Call
charge,
Jerry Trupiano.
I
Yep.
would call.
Right?
I would not want the distraction.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're at the end of our show. We're at the end of but we'd like to thank Joanna Leigh. We'll have her information on CTA Management at rockandmail.com. Jay Gillespie,
Thanks, Brian, for having me, buddy.
WATD legal analyst, attorney Phil Markella.
I'm Master and Commander.
Tony from Billis 2, Route 106 in Halifax. And also
correct.
our friend
Richard Venna. We can't forget Richard Venna.
I didn't forget
Construction
Richard.
Design.
You're listening to...
So where's Bella's one?
Well, listen, we got to go.
A story for another day.
That's a story for
Typical legal
99.9 WATD. We'll see you next week at Mamma Mia's in Green Harbor.